last 6 weeks, it's been great for my team, to get some time off. But everybody's been grinding on the launch for Paramount. We're launching Zuffa Boxing on Friday, and then the UFC on Saturday on Paramount Plus. But it's been great. It's been fun. Everybody's fired up, and we're already really happy that we did this deal with Paramount and CBS. These people have been great to us.
Paramount and CBS have been getting bigger and bigger into not only the content world, they've been spending a lot of money on content, but also into live sport. Now they're dabbling with the UFC. Obviously, we appreciate you getting these deals done for the good of all of sport. The more platforms that are doing live sport, the better for all of us, Dana. So let's, you know what I'm saying, Dana? Let's.
I do.
Yeah. So I appreciate the hell out of you. Now, on that note, you have a big card coming up here for Paramount Plus. Obviously, anytime you got Patty the Batty a part of it, people are going to get excited. Sugar Sean coming back a little bit more mature, it seems like. Yeah. Sugar Sean, the way I heard him answering a question about something he was calling that was just a little joke that got taken way out of the way. I apologize. Different than how we would have seen him in the past. Gaethje, obviously, on the card as well. What are you expecting from the first Paramount Plus card here this weekend? And what are you excited about, Dana?
Yeah, it's all about matchmaking, and these fights. You got Gaethje and Patty, who are in the top 5 fighting for the interim title to see who will face Ilia Topuria. Gaethje's never been in a bad fight ever, and Patty Pimblett is everybody. He's always the underdog when he goes in, yet he's undefeated in the UFC and always figures out a way to win. O'Malley loves to stand up and strike and knock people out. He's taking on Song Yadong, who loves to do the same thing. That fight should be fireworks. It's a great card, and we believe that it's an incredible first card on Paramount Plus. No more pay-per-view. What it would cost you for a pay-per-view last year, you can pay for the whole year on Paramount Plus. And the other thing about Paramount Plus is not only do you get everything UFC, but you get tons of great TV shows and entertainment and movies. I mean, Landman and Mobland are 2 of the best shows on television, period. You should get on Paramount Plus just for those.
Okay, so I like to sell. I appreciate the partnership you have with Paramount Plus, and I agree with you, by the way. Landman, I got introduced to Landman via Jerry Jones knocking it out of the park. Yep. And that's how I got introduced to the show. And then obviously taking trips down to Texas Tech and Texas A&M. Fascinated by it all. Started watching. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Mobland, incredible. I believe we talked about it earlier today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tulsa
King's on there. Sly Stallone's on there.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Paramount Plus spending a lot of money, brother. A lot of money to get, bigger real estate in the entire game. And you said no more pay-per-view. Let's talk about that. Because Gaethje did come out and chit-chat about maybe the finances of the entire situation. Are you still trying to figure out how this all works in this non-pay-per-view world? Like, how do you kind of view the evolution of going from what you were to what is now? Because this feels like a big step for your company. Legitimately, Dana. It feels like a big step.
We completely have it dialed in. We got really smart kids that came in and told, they can get down within, single digits on how close it would be to pay them like it was a pay-per-view. And Gaethje, without getting into all that stuff, Gaethje was offered more money, and Gaethje never responded.
Okay, so obviously there's behind the scenes of business deals. I hope you and Gaethje figure it out. But the main event of the first card, okay, good. On the main event of the first card on Paramount Plus in this new world, didn't love hearing that there was any type of potential drama, but you guys figuring it out, good news. We appreciate you getting into this new space because I think obviously it opens up to a lot more people to watch your sport. How do you feel about where your sport is right now? Because I don't even think people know MMA. They just know UFC. How do you feel? You got multiple stars on here, let alone Lewis. You got multiple stars on the card. How do you kind of envision UFC over the next few years with this Paramount Plus deal?
Yeah, we're going to continue to create young, up-and-coming talent that we think, have the potential to be world champions. We're going to put on the best fights we can possibly put on. And I think that, with this platform now that costs less than a pay-per-view for the year, we'll bring in more fans and introduce more people to the sport, and some people that might have fell off because it was too expensive in the past. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, as you should be. Now let's talk about a new chapter for you as well. Zuffa. You talk about building stars and kind of doing something to a sport. It feels like that hasn't happened in a long time. You come from the boxing world. Nick Khan grew up in Vegas. Boxing was his favorite sport. Obviously with TKO alongside with Ari and Mark, obviously in the promotional business, and teaming up with Turkey and I believe Crown Prince. God bless him. Feels like you're the right people to maybe take a run at boxing right now. How do you feel about where you are?
Everything is about timing.
Okay.
And the timing is absolutely perfect right now. And I agree. And we're literally going to start and build the sport from the bottom up the way that I always wanted to do it. And again, it's about finding the best fighters in the world, and it's about matchmaking. You know, if you look at this card, our first card, the whole card's combined record is 227-9, right? Top 3 fights, all the fighters are undefeated. So everybody in boxing is undefeated right now. At the end of 2026, a lot of O's are going to go. And if you're still undefeated in the next couple of years, it actually means something that's going to be special.
Okay, so that feels like if I go back to the Muhammad Ali, what was the act that they were trying to...
Revival?
The Revival Act or something like that, where promoter, manager, something along the lines, you being able to start basically a new association. Has everything gone the way that Zuffa has needed it to go to be able to build this and run this how you guys envisioned? And ultimately, in your guys' eyes, and I am a believer because I've heard you guys talk about it off air, but there's obviously some detractors, save sport and make sport bigger than there's ever been. Like, is everything aligned to be able to do that right now with whatever happened in government? What was that, a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Is everything...
Yeah. Oh, the Ali Act. Yeah.
Yeah.
They voted yesterday. The vote was, what was it? 34 to 3? 34 to 3 or 34 to 4 or something like that. It's all going good. Everything's great. Leading up to the launch, everything has been great. We're really happy, and we're actually having fun doing it.
Okay, congratulations. That's a huge deal for you guys. Congrats. I can't wait to watch you get back into it.
So everybody on the Pat McAfee Show, I don't know if Pat told you guys this, but we're up in the president's box, at the national championship, and he says, "Mr. President, me and my team would like to cover the UFC White House event. We want to be there. We want to cover it." And the president gave him the thumbs up and said yes.
Yes, he did. Okay, so I'm happy you were there as well. So obviously, I'm happy you remember this because there's a lot going on in there. And I was invited up to the suite at halftime of the game, calling the game, by the way. Did you know I was calling the game? I'm literally calling the game from the field, okay? So we get a text from Secret Service. Mike Foss gets a text from Secret Service that goes, hey, the president would like to invite Pat up to his suite if he has time. 8:15 would be good. And Mike Foss comes up to me, he goes, hey, the president would like you to potentially come up to the suite if you want to. 8:15. I look at the clock, I'm like, we're in the middle of a...
It was like 8.
Yeah, like we're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of the game right now.
Quarter.
I was like, is there any other times or whatever? So they handle it. They're like, halftime. Would you like to go up there at halftime? And I'm like, yeah, sweet. That'll be cool. So then Secret Service has this thing set up basically for me to sprint from where I'm at up into there to get this entire thing to go in. And as soon as I walk in, it's like, holy shit, full chaos. I literally just got done calling this, sprint through the entire thousands of people, and then I get in there and it's like, holy hell, what is this? And I see bald head. I'm like, Dane, is it good? I got a friend in here. Good news. Okay, I got somebody I know in here because I didn't really know anybody else. I saw Jake over there. Fascinating. Huh?
That's the first time we ever met face to face.
Okay, not terrible.
Well, we're not going to act like idiots in front of the president of the United States.
That's good.
Okay, so anyway, I turn a corner, I get down in there, and that's everybody that was in there in the room. So I turn the corner, there's like a line of people to meet him, but I was kind of told like, hey, we know you got to rush, so like you can certainly cut. I'm cutting people. I'm cutting like, I guess there's a governor's candidate in there, cut right in front of him, just like, hey, yeah, you're good. I'm like, geez, Louise, I got to go call the game. So then he stands up and I go, Mr. President, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're obviously very grateful. And, it was huge. And he immediately goes, I heard it did well. Like, obviously goes right into it. And it was like, yeah, great to see you. Then I started talking about the White House fight. And then I said to him, like, hey, would love to be able to do a show from White House for the fight or whatever. And he goes, really? And then I go, good? And he goes, yeah. And then he shakes the hand. I go, good. I hope somebody got that on there. So we are excited for that. But on that note, You said you're going to start making that card, right? Didn't you say you're going to start making that card? When is that? After this
I'm making that card on Monday. And as soon as I got back to Vegas, I told Lene, I said, Lene, Pat shot his shot up there in the box, and the president said yes. So let's get it done.
We landed the plane. Okay, I'm happy to hear you got that. Live from the White House is an absurd thing. Okay, just as a program started in a basement.
So,
go ahead.
So yesterday, my team, they put together, we come up with a whole plan for production, how it's going to work. My head of production, Craig Borsari, has been working with the White House, for a couple months now. And they build this video rendering of like every tree that's on the property and all this stuff. It's exactly the way it is. We can literally the sun, how the sun will hit the seats at certain times, what it'll look like when it's dark.
Crazy.
This is going to be so badass.
Yeah,
it is. And it's a one of one in our lifetime to be able to do something like that. And Pat, absolutely brilliant as usual by you to take your shot that night in the box. And for you and your team to come be a part of this, it's going to be something that you will never forget for the rest of your life.
Okay,
considering all the things that you've done and all the great things you've been a part of, this is going to be special.
Yeah, America's 250 years old. Okay, we did it.
Yep.
Okay, that's a long time being a country, and not often sports with White House happen, other than like championship teams go there. I obviously didn't get a chance to do that, so now that we're going to be live from the White House for this, have you? Okay, and now I got to ask this follow-up because fight fans would be pissed if I didn't. So I heard you did an interview. I forget who it was. I apologize. You'll probably remember who it was, where you talked about the Chandler-Conor McGregor fight, and you're like, that's old news. Chandler comes out and says he's going to keep optimism about it. You, to be completely transparent at this point, as much as you want to be at least, how empty slate is that card? Or do you already have in your head what you're hoping to happen, and then you just kind of got to make it happen? Like where are you in the development of the card? Because I know that's a massive ordeal for all parties.
So my entire focus right now is on the launch this weekend. I got boxing on Friday, the UFC on Saturday. Sunday, I'm watching the Patriots go to the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
And then Monday, we're all in on the White House fight. We don't have anything laid out. Nothing. It'll all start Monday.
Okay. All right.
And no disrespect to Chandler. We love Chandler. Chandler's one of the... You don't have enough time in your show for me to talk to you about how awesome Chandler is. And you know how I feel about Conor and everything that he's done for the sport and this company. But yeah, that's not the fight we're going with.
Go ahead, AJ.
Dana, I mean, I know you're saying that's not the fight, but is there anything, I know Conor's been publicly asking for this, he wants to be on the card. Is there anything that you're looking for him to do to prove that he's responsible, he can be the guy to headline that card?
Conor and I have a great relationship. We talk a lot, through text. And yeah, he's definitely in the running.
Okay.
For this fight.
Okay. I like that. I feel like we could keep prying, but I don't want to. Don't want to do it.
You can pry. If there's anybody that I would lay it out and say it to, it would be you.
Yeah, for the good.
Honest to God, on my daughter, all this starts on Monday.
Okay, you're the man. All right, and also we appreciate you saying that, but also you're good too, because I remember we had Turkey on, and Turkey started saying things, and you were like, "Yeah, we can wait to make these announcements separately.
Not finalized yet.
We can kind of run a business here if we'd like to do that." Now, speaking of business, big decision was made by you. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Dana, I am 37 years old, but a lot of people would say I'm an old soul. Okay, and the start time now for the main event for the main card being 9 p.m. is huge. I can't thank you enough. Is that something that we can look forward to moving forward, or is that based on geographical? How did we come to this decision?
That was a Paramount call.
Nice.
Paramount wanted to go an hour earlier. They thought it was great for the East Coast. I remember when I lived on the East Coast, Monday Night Football was brutal. Mm-hmm. So yes, Paramount call.
Okay, so we like that, by the way.
Yeah,
I have kid, we're old, but I know you're West Coast, Vegas, you got to do the entirety. Ty has a question for you, Dana.
Yeah, Dana, obviously you guys have...
Well, you know what? The West Coast likes it too, because if you come to the fight, right, and we bang the fight out, fight usually ends at 10. Now it's going to end at 9. You can still go out in Vegas and go to dinner. You can go hang out.
Add
it
another
works for both coasts.
Add another night of doing stuff, because normally club, bar, night before UFC fight run into night, we all pass out immediately afterwards. Now we got 2 nights of doing stuff. 2 nights of beating the casino.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah, that's because that's what we're going to do, Dane, aren't we? We're going to beat them every time we go in. Is that what you're doing? These motherfuckers are filming gambling with you. They win every time. Is that what you see? Mm-hmm. Am I the only one seeing this?
I see it every time.
Oh, no, I see it.
What's the question?
Everybody wins when they gamble with you. Is that every fucking time, or is that the only time I see the video? Because I feel like every video, multiple different people, different genres of the internet, all doing the same thing. Is that every time, or are the losers just being bought by you?
So the craziest night ever. So Taylor Lewan comes to Vegas. He's never lost with me. Taylor Lewan is over 2 million, 2.5 million, whatever his number is. He's never lost. So he's telling, he's telling Dave Portnoy, you don't lose. You go in and you tell him how much you want to win, and he wins it. And Dave Portnoy's like, I want to win $1 million. And he's like, well, you have to be realistic, So Portnoy shows up ready to shit all over fucking everything, right? You know him.
Yes.
So they literally have the entire Barstool company there. And we start playing, and I want to say, right, boom, Portnoy, 150 grand, right? So Portnoy's like, I'm out. He takes the 150 grand. And then, then he's got all of his employees like, all right, him. So Portnoy would put up the 10 grand for him, 20 grand for him, 30 grand for him, and went through the entire fucking company and won them all money that.
See, that's what I'm saying. What is the deal? So you are winning all the time. I don't think I understand it. I think I'm impressed. I watched that movie 21 with those MIT kids.
Yep.
That was incredible to do. Are you doing that? No, that's like, how are you? Because you've been kicked out of places. I know you've been kicked out of places.
Nobody would let me play if I was doing that, believe me.
Okay, so you just have a
casinos
feel?
are much smarter than that. I'm on a run right now since September. It is the biggest run of my life by double.
Congratulations, man. It sounds like you. Hey, way to go. Hey, proud of you, man. Proud of you, man. When am I going to be in Vegas? We need, 1.2?
Is it only Vegas that you win in, or can you win in any casino in any state?
Yeah, can you come out here? Harris down here. Terre Haute.
We got really nice ones out
Terre Haute, Indiana.
So I tell people all the time, yes, I agree. I tell people all the time, if you're going to play, like you really like to play, jump on a plane and go to Vegas and then fly back home right after. Vegas is better. There's more competition out here. You can cut better deals for yourself than playing in these podunk fucking places.
Well said.
I did beat, what's fascinating? When you go down to Florida, the Hard Rock, that place is packed. And it's like the biggest money-making casino in the world. It's one of the, if not the one. And everybody there hates that place. Like, all they do is say, I hate it here. I hope you kick their ass. So I went in there. It was sometime last year, and I beat them. And
did you walk out with a title? Like,
I walked out. No, I didn't walk out with something, but I beat them and I left. Yeah. I did beat the Hard Rock.
That would be cool if you got Rudied out of there.
Yeah.
Rudy. The people, have been losing to the Hard Rock Seminole for a long time. This guy's are here. Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, you got it. Okay, all right, good. That'll happen at the White House, man. You're the best. We appreciate you joining us. Good luck this weekend with Zuffa and Paramount Plus launch.
Thanks for having me, boys. Have a great day.
You too. Cheers, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dana White.
Dana.